So far on the channel, we've only looked at what it's like to trade on Apple's most expensive iPad, the iPad Pro. In today's video, let's take a look at Apple's cheapest iPad, the iPad 9th generation. Can you trade on it, and is it the right iPad for you? Let's find out. Okay, so let's start with one of the most important things, which is price. The iPad 9th generation costs £319 or $400, which compared to other tablets on the market is on the more affordable side. For £319 you can grab a 64GB model, which to most users won't be enough, but if you're buying the iPad just for trading, you shouldn't have a problem with storage. However, if you think that you'll be needing more than the base 64GB storage, you can always opt for the 256GB model, which will cost you £459. Next, let's take a look at the display on this iPad. The iPad 9th generation's display has incredible detail and vivid colours. The 10.2-inch Retina display is perfect for your daily tasks, like consuming content and analysing charts. It may lack the 120Hz refresh rate, which the more expensive iPad Pro has. However, for what you are paying, you are getting a great display. You also have Apple's True Tone technology, which changes the display to the colour temperature of the room to make viewing comfortable in any light. This makes it easier to use the iPad in different environments without putting too much strain on your eyes. This is important for us traders who spend a lot of time staring at the charts every day. The only downsides to the design may be the large bezels and the missing anti-reflective coating. However, you are still getting a large 2160 by 1620 display with a max brightness of 500 nits. When it comes to performance, you aren't going to have a problem with this iPad. The A13 Bionic chip makes everything more responsive, from messaging to web browsing to using multiple apps at once. Of course, Apple's iPadOS 15 pushes the capabilities of the iPad further with more efficient multitasking. I find this useful when looking at my chart analysis and fundamental news side by side. Okay, so next let's take a look at the iPad's camera. The most mentionable update to the iPad's camera must be the center stage feature on the front-facing camera. It's a great feature to have if you use FaceTime a lot, however, I don't think most of us will be using it that much. You also have the 8MP camera on the back, which allows you to capture sharp vivid images and video, however it's nothing special. When it comes to battery life on the iPad 9th generation, you get up to 10 hours of usage, which is more than enough to get you through the day. In terms of accessories, the iPad 9th generation is compatible with the Apple Pencil 1st generation. So if you wanted to use the Apple Pencil with your iPad, you can. The Apple Pencil is extremely useful when it comes to chart analysis and makes for an overall more enjoyable experience. If you are enjoying the video so far, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Okay, so as traders, the main thing we want to know is if we can carry out all our essential tasks using this iPad. So let's take a look at how some of the apps that we traders use on a daily basis run on the iPad 9th generation. Let's start with the main app, which is TradingView. As traders, it's vital that we can see the charts and analyze them on a daily basis. Just as you'd expect, this iPad has no problems doing this. Analyzing charts on this iPad is equally as enjoyable as on the more expensive iPad Pro. TradingView has all the features you'd need and runs smoothly without any issues. The only thing you are missing here again is the 120Hz refresh rate, which isn't a big issue. On the other hand, you have the display, which is slightly smaller than the one found on the iPad Pro. Of course, as traders, it's important we can see as much of the chart on our screens as possible, as it helps our analysis. However, the display is still big enough to see significant price action. Okay, so to give you a better idea of what it's like to analyze a chart on the iPad 9th generation, let's take a look at this GBP/USD pair and try analyzing it. So as you can see, I had no issues when analysing a chart on this iPad. Okay, so the second most important thing we traders need to be able to access is fundamental news events and updates. One of my personal favourites for this is the Yahoo Finance app. This app again runs perfectly on this iPad and has no issues. The beautiful display on the 9th generation iPad allows for a great experience when reading extensive news articles and company reports. Another app which you may decide to use on this iPad is the Financial Times app. When it comes to fundamental analysis, there's a lot of articles out there, however not all of them are trustworthy, which is why it's important you use a reliable app like Financial Times to get your news updates. The app is very minimal and offers the most reliable news articles. Of course you need a subscription with them to access all the articles, however it's definitely worth it if you're a serious trader. Okay, so the next app which is essential for us traders is a good music app like Spotify. Obviously you can download Spotify on this iPad without any problems. The speakers on the iPad are good but nothing special, but I expect most of us will be listening using our headphones or a Bluetooth speaker, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Alright guys, that's it for today's video. I hope you guys found today's video helpful, and if you did, please leave a like and subscribe. Also, if there's any specific videos you'd like me to make, then let me know in the comment section down below. Alright guys, I'll catch you in the next one.